to stop it somehow. Just stop the fishing. The government has to forbid fishing because it's too important to our survival to delay any further.
Welcome back to Planet Earth, Our Loving Home, where we are exploring the threats that overfishing and other human activities pose to the global oceanic ecosystem.
When we overfish, we lose, first of all, the largest fish. We lose the biggest animals in the sea. We lose whales, we lose sharks, we lose the big groupers, we lose the big croakers. These are all part of an ecosystem, a system which works together. And if you remove one part of an ecosystem, you're going to lose other parts of that ecosystem. So, for example, if you lose certain kinds of fish, maybe it can affect populations of dolphins or other species. In the end, they'll all be ghost waters.
Ghost waters is a term used to describe areas of the ocean that have been overfished, and this is resulting in decimation of species around the world, and this is resulting in the death of our oceans.
We will lose species from the sea. We will lose or greatly degrade the ecosystems within the sea. So there are some very serious and severe penalties that we will face if we don't do something about this crisis today.
Some recent studies demonstrate that overfishing could increase the risk of dead zones or low oxygen areas in the ocean where little to no life can survive. Overfishing has caused the disappearance of sardines off the coast of Namibia that once consumed the plankton in the waters. Without sardines, plankton sink to the bottom of the ocean, decompose, and consume all the oxygen, thereby causing harmful greenhouse gases like methane and hydrogen sulfide to rise to the surface, killing huge amounts of marine life, such as the estimated 2 million hake in the process.
So the point is that with overfishing we deeply disturb the ecosystem. We lose a lot of the species that are important to us, that we love to see, and we lose an environment which is a very wonderful and beautiful environment.
Some have the mistaken belief that consuming factory-farmed fish is an eco-friendly measure. Nothing could be further from the truth. Rather, this practice is hastening the decline of all fish populations.
Farmed fish is not a sustainable option. And the primary reason is that, depending on the farmed fish, it takes anywhere from 2.5 to 5 kilograms of wild fish to make 1 kilogram of farmed fish. And that's certainly true, for example, of farmed Atlantic salmon, when it takes, as I say, a 4-to-1 ratio of wild fish to make 1 kilogram of farmed fish. And that's because the farmed fish, as they're growing, they're being fed pellets. And these pellets are made from other fish, such as anchovies, sardines, herring.
In a recently published paper in World Watch magazine entitled Livestock and Climate Change, scientists concluded that 51% plus of all human-caused global greenhouse gas emissions are from the livestock industry, which includes fish factory farming. In what ways is climate change affecting marine ecosystems?
Global warming and climate change. That's changed temperatures in the oceans. It's starting to change circulation patterns. It's changing the acidity of the oceans. It's changing the levels of the oceans. They're rising. It's changing the frequency of storms. There's now more winter storms, greater tidal surges. And of course, whatever happens in the oceans ultimately affects the weather on land. So there are all sorts of ways in which these two primary human stressors, global warming and overfishing, have been affecting the health of our oceans. And there's no question that a healthy human environment demands a healthy ocean, and that if we seriously harm the health of the oceans, we will only be harming ourselves.
During a November 30th, 2008 telephone interview with East Coast FM in Ireland, Supreme Master Ching Hai pointed out that the simplest and most effective way for an individual to save our oceans and fish friends is to adopt a plant-based diet.
To stop this destructive practice of fishing, the solution is vegetarian diet. No fishy stuff in our meals. The sea offers us plenty of better food choices, wide varieties of super healthy and nutritious sea plants. We can even live on it forever. We must protect a living and healthy sea as it relates to our living and healthy self. I think we cannot live without the sea.
The protection of the oceans depends on our eco-wise choices. May we all quickly adopt the compassionate, organic, vegan lifestyle to safeguard our beloved marine co-inhabitants and ourselves.
O planeta ele está se transformando e nós somos componentes, atores ativos nessa transformação.
Todas as pessoas, independente de onde vivem, cidades grandes, capitais, elas têm imensa responsabilidade, todos nós.
We wish to thank Drs. Jeff Hutchings, Guillermo Moreno, and Yvonne Sadovy, as well as the many other individuals around the globe seeking to preserve our oceanic ecosystems. Let all marine life be treasured and respected always. For more information, please visit the following websites: Dr. Hutchings, myweb.dal.ca/jhutch. Dr. Moreno and WWF Hong Kong, www.wwf.org.hk. Dr. Sadovy, www.hku.hk/ecology/ys.htm. Considerate viewers, thank you for your kind company on today's edition of Planet Earth, Our Loving Home. Up next is enlightening entertainment after noteworthy news. May we all be embraced by the love and light of heaven.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/PE